Onto YouTube here, and I want to talk about sales training and things that I consider the really things that you need to succeed out there. I'm just waiting for this to come on, and so we have a little control here. My name is Claude Diamond. I'm the author of the Gut Sales Method, Great Untraditional, Unorthodox Techniques of Sales. I love sales. I think it's the million-dollar skill. I think most of the educators out there, the gurus, the seminars, and the real estate clubs and everything, they're well-meaning. They love to share information, but they're missing the most important part, the conversion. How do you persuade another individual to say yes? Everybody wants to automate everything, but human beings being human beings in a competitive world, how do they make a decision to work with one person versus another? How do you find the properties? How do you control them? You have to talk to people. I talk to people every day. I have no problem. I developed a system to make it easy so that you could speak directly to people all the time. And what we did yesterday, and a big shout out and thank you to Mr. Wade Garrett of Virginia. He and I mentor people and I do one-on-one conversations with my students. And we talk, we role play, we practice a lot. Okay. And that the beauty of sales training, at least with my system, is we learn to ask questions. We want the prospect. We want it to be an enjoyable event. Okay. Not that deer in the headlights. How many times do many of us procrastinate from picking up the phone or calling someone or meeting them because we have that reluctance that we're going to be embarrassed, it's going to be uncomfortable, someone's going to not like us or hang up on the phone on us or something like that. And how do we get to where we're in control of the process? And that's really the goal of the gut sales method because we have something called the rule of five. If you speak to five people a day and you make five offers and you follow up, okay, and even if all five say no to you, but you had a good experience, you're not reluctant to the next day to make more phone calls. The key to my success, I run a very successful business. I work out of my homes in California, Colorado, North Carolina, other places, basically with a good Wi-Fi and a computer. And I run a very successful business. And I do one thing very well. I talk to people. And I think what a lot of people are doing is they're telling people you can scale it. They use words like you can automate it, you can use AI. And I have nothing against all of those things. But in a competitive world where you have competitors who are spending thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, what's the difference from one person working out of his home office, okay, with no employees or anything? Why do people want to do business with me? Because we have conversations, they feel like they know, like, and they can trust me, and that's the real issue here. So I'm going to share a screen with you here. We had a little technical difficulty yesterday, and I want to play this video for you guys, and let's hopefully it'll work while I'm doing this. And I'm going to play this video. And what you're gonna, let's see if it's working. I hope it is. I think it is. I'm doing a little monitor here while I'm talking. This is an actual training session that I did with Wade. And thanks again to Wade for allowing me to use this video. He's a great guy. And Wade Garrett is in Virginia and he does fantastic wholesale real estate. And I'm going to play this right now, and you guys listen. And I'm going to come in. I'm going to show you the technique I use, how to overcome objections, how to make the conversation um, to your benefit. Why are we in business? To make money today, right? So if you're just giving presentations and asking for the order, that won't work. You'll get a lot of, I'll think about it, call me later, I got to talk to this person or that person. And it just gets really old, it gets old very fast. So I have a system and you're going to see it here right now. So let's go to the videotape here.
Thank you. All right, I think I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. What was your ma'am? I'm looking to get some role play we're doing. Ma'am, I'm looking to get 20,000 for that lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have all cash. I've got all cash.
I love you. Yo, you're the high point of Who my doesn't day. love somebody Thank with you. all cash,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
You said
yeah.
the magic words.
So
Fif-
can I get a lower price? Can I
When, when,
do
when you say lower price, help me out. What do you mean?
can you would you take 18 for it?
Okay. Guts is based on, most salespeople when they're asked a question, they give the answer right away. Okay, they just spill it out. In Guts, we always struggle a little. We always answer, and this is if you're taking notes, we answer a question with a question, which is so important because instead of assuming what they mean by a better price and just dropping it $5,000, I went in this role play. What do you mean by a better price? Let the prospect see the purpose of guts. And I hope you don't mind me interrupting, but I want you to know that everything I do in these videos when I'm training somebody, and I have students all over the world. I've been training for 32 years. My only goal is to is to make sales fun and to see people succeed. I want to see people have fun in sales, go to the bank, and live happily ever after. Instead of going to that job and watching every penny in retirement, I am so grateful for my life, and it's only because I give good phone like the sign says behind me there in the video. But the thing is, let the prospect do all the work. Let them give the presentation. Let them define all their terms and questions, okay? It's called feigning ignorance. Let them qualify themselves. Let them do all the work. Let them even close themselves. I had somebody over the weekend who called me, and in the first 3 minutes, I'm going to hold up my little success timer here. All my students get this after they do a deal. They have to do a deal in the first 30 days, and fortunately, if they use my system, they do. And then they get a little 3 minute timer. And this is the 3 minutes you want to know whether you have a prospect or a waste of time. And I had somebody who called me, and the first thing and they wanted to do transactions and things like that with me. And the first thing I did is qualify them for money. When do you talk about the money? The beginning, the middle, or the end? Well, if you were like me when I first got started, you did at the end. Now I do it in the beginning. And the person, unfortunately, was destitute. They were living in a car. They had a tough life. They were a senior citizen. And so I politely said, no, we can't do business together because it's just not practical for my time, for my business, for my family. But I did send them some free gifts, some free information. You always give a little something back if you can, but you need to qualify people. Let's go to this video here. You'll enjoy this. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry. I just love to jump in and explain these points. Thank you so much for making that. That is great. I want to. I'll tell you what. If I've got a lot of people calling me. I've got, believe it or not, I'll show you on my. I have four other people I got to get back to today. One guy's called me 3 times on this lot. But I just want to get it done. And you sound like a serious buyer. You have the cash, right? Correct?
Yeah,
I just used a little scarcity there. Scarcity means that you're not sitting around twiddling your thumbs, that there's other buyers involved in there. In terms of persuasion, the psychology of persuasion is about letting the prospect know that this is a good deal. They're ready to do business. And how do you close? And Wade had a property for sale, and people have been calling him, and then they give him the "I'll think about it" and stuff. And what I'm demonstrating is that when you utilize scarcity, you only have that one property, and many other people are interested in it. That's called social proof. Okay, and then you combine it with a little authority, you can close somebody. Back to the video.
got the cash. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
good. So I'll tell you what. I'll save you. I'll come up. I'll come down a little. You come up a little. Why don't we split the difference? Meet in the middle. If I was willing, let me ask you. If I was willing to meet you in the middle at 19,000, could you put some money down today and get me an agreement back before 4:30? If I was willing to do this,
Oh yeah, yeah.
'cause that would be worth a
Oh,
$1,000 discount for me just to get this done, get it into escrow. Uh, get this
yeah.
thing closed. I'd be willing to give up 1,000 for that. And I know I could get 20, but I'll give it to you for 19 because you asked and you sound like a nice person.
I just remembered I have the my son's basketball game tonight. Could I get it back to you tomorrow?
Okay, I'm going to jump in here. Okay, if you notice, I'm noting one of my favorite words is today. Can you put money down today? Can you get me the contract back today? Sometimes people are on this little, we call it the magic moment. You've closed somebody, you've negotiated a deal. Now what you want to do is get a little reciprocity, a commitment from that person. And when do you want it? Today. Most salespeople are reluctant to, as I say, rock the boat. Oh, everything's good here. I don't want to be too pushy. This is exactly when you should be pushy. It's called guts for a reason. This is exactly when you want it. And what do the prospects do when they want to become manipulative? Because prospects have a wonderful system. They want to negotiate with you, they want to get the best deal, and they want to make no commitment or evade commitment, or they want to push it back to another time. Okay. So this is exactly what's happening in this role play that Wade is playing, that is doing so excellently.
Hmm. Well, it's what is it, 3:40 now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I just remembered.
Okay. Can you put I'll tell you what, can you put some skin can you put some money down to can you put $1,000 earnest money down right now on a credit card? And the how much did you want to put down first of all? Earnest money. Let's talk.
I can do 1,000. That's fine.
Okay, thousand's good. If you can do 1,000 down right now, I'll change my offer. You can get me the contract back no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Daylight Time. You got a deal.
Okay.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
comfortable? Is
Okay.
that comfortable for you?
Um, yeah, could I do that? Could I do everything tomorrow? Could I
No,
just no?
no, because I'll be honest with you. I
Uh,
can get that other $1,000 from one of these other people. I just got to return the phone. Oh, somebody's calling me right now. Look at this right now. Um, it's a good piece of
okay. Yeah.
property. What do you plan to do with this property, ma'am? Before I go, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to build a house on it.
Oh, it's a great bit. Did you see? You know, there's a little stream in the back, and there's some woods.
And what I'm going into now is we're always shooting to make sales is emotional. Okay. Most people sell the wrong way. They sell features and benefits. They sell the intellectual, academic, logical things about, well, this is the square footage and this is this and what you want to do is sell emotionally. We call it the $1 million rule in the gut sales method. People buy and make decisions emotionally, but they justify them later intellectually. It still has to make sense to them. But you first want to get commitment. So what we have here is a prospect, and Wade is playing this beautifully in this role play because this is exactly what happened to him. He negotiated the deal, and then the prospect is delaying and obfuscating and changing the subject. And this is the controlling method of prospects. It's a good method. It's their default method. It works very well because they want to have more time. And you have to utilize more of the emotion. So now what I'm doing, because I negotiated the deal, and in this role play, the prospect agreed to the 1,000, agreed to the signing of the contract, but first they're pushing away the contract till the next day, and now they don't even want to put any money down up front, refundable money in this role play. They're delaying everything and giving themselves time to, so maybe they can beat up somebody else. Maybe they have another transaction they're negotiating with. You don't know, but you got to get commitment today. So what I'm doing is in this role play, I am now going into the emotional values of the sale. Let's hear it. And those are the 3 to 6 needs and greeds. And I'm going to be trying to paint a picture in their mind. This is called, Dr. Milton Erickson did something on this. I'm a big fan. It's called conversational hypnosis. When you're not making them, turn into a chicken on a stage or something, but you're putting a visual in their mind. And if you ever saw a good hamburger commercial like Carl Jr.'s or something where somebody's eating this beautiful hamburger with the steam coming up it and the cheese and the ketchup are on their face and going melting down their arm and they're biting into it, and you can tell they're enjoying. That's visual hypnosis. Okay, we in sales, in most cases, we have to do it verbally. So we paint pictures with words. And watch how I do this.
With deer back there, and you know what's going on in that neighborhood, right? Have you seen the prices of the
oh, the
houses?
development. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean this is a great, and they're only going to build more and more beautiful houses, and the prices are just going up
Using a
over
little
there.
greed
So
here.
it's a good lot at a I think a fair price.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Which
Um,
means, what does that mean? I'm right.
yeah, I just 4:30 is just kind of short. How about can we do 5:30? Can I get you the money by 5:30? I can
Today,
send it to you. Yeah, I can send it to you.
Just give me a card
I'm
right.
at the
Give me a card right now. It's subject to getting the contract back tomorrow. If I don't get the contract back tomorrow, I'll refund it. I'll refund it in full to you. I just want to know I can take it off the market. I have a serious buyer. You can do whatever you want. Okay. I'm just telling you right now that if I get an offer for 20,000, I'm going to take it this evening. And I don't want you to be mad at me.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like that a lot more. So I can just give you my card
Go
and
ahead. Go ahead. I have a pen. I'm ready. Which card are you going to use?
yeah, it's a Visa one two
Okay.
five six seven eight.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for your trust. You're going to love the property. I'm going to send you some more information on it. I'll send you the agreement through DocuSign. You get it back to me tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And if you'd like, we can also schedule a Zoom call at 10 if you have some other questions.
Okay.
And this is gut selling. It's called guts for a reason. And some of you watching and say, boy, is this guy, this Claude Diamond, he's awfully pushy and everything. But I have something controversial. It's in one of my books. I've written 9 books on sales and real estate, and one of the most controversial rules I have is the salesperson comes first. I know you people are working hard. I've been meeting you and teaching you and doing deals for a long time, and I know most of you just want to make an honest buck. You want to pay your bills, your obligations, take care of your families. Okay, I know you give good value. You're not out to scam or rip off anybody else like we see on the news all every day and everything. You just you're trying to put food on the table and do business honestly and ethically. Aren't you entitled to stop the manipulation by the prospect? They negotiated on the property in good, and you acknowledged and gave a discount in good faith, and now they're backpedaling a little. You're entitled to get some skin in the game. I almost said it in the video before. Get some money down today. Why? Because that shows commitment. That shows interest. Get the contract back today, or at best, in this role play, get it by 10 o'clock. Do you notice the specifics that I'm using all the time in these videos? You've got, when you leave things open-ended, the prospect, you're just chasing your own tail. How many of us have done deals, myself included? Okay, I've made these mistakes where we do a deal. We don't want to rock the boat. Oh yeah, you'll get it back to me tomorrow, the day after. Oh, that's fine. Whenever you can get it back to me, that'll be wonderful. And a couple days go by, you call, nobody answers the phone, you text, you send emails, you leave messages, voicemails, and the person goes, what do they call it? Ghosting, or they go into the witness protection program. Okay. Why? You got to ask yourself, can't I put myself, my family, my security, my success, can't I put myself first? If I've already negotiated with this person, I've answered their questions, I've qualified them, it's a good piece of property. What's wrong here? Don't be scared of firing the prospect, pushing them away. Guess what happens when you push somebody away? They want to come back even stronger. Let's watch this to the end now.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that sounds great.
I'm a very easy person to do business with. I'll call you, give me the 1,000 now. I get the contract back. I'll call my attorney tomorrow, and we'll facilitate the closing. If you're doing all cash, and I can get them to do the title search and assurance, which I will guarantee, on the property, and we're all done. Maybe we can get this closed by the 15th.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
So
That'd be
nice to
great.
do so nice to do business with you. Are you comfortable with this discussion? Or,
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with it.
okay, great, great. So
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
was
run it
just
for a
worried.
thousand. You're gonna call.
Yeah.
You're gonna send me the agreement back tomorrow morning, and then we'll meet
Uh-huh.
again at 10 o'clock.
So, what I just did, I summarized. We repeat their needs and greeds. We repeat the deal. We summarize it, and we get a recommitment all the time on this. The one thing I didn't do, and I usually do it, I have other videos on YouTube. It's called the cigarette close. You can Google it. And basically, I go to the prospect and say, "You're not going to call me tomorrow and say you changed your mind. Your wife's mad at you. You're or whatever. You're okay. The words I used are you're comfortable with this commitment. Think of it's a cold winter night. It's snowing or raining outside. You're by the fireplace with a really comfortable quilt or comforter. It's nice and warm. You have a nice glass of wine. You're with someone special next to you. You see the picture I'm painting here right now? That's called the cigarette close. That's why you need to reconfirm, summarize, go over the needs and greeds, and reconfirm the sale. Okay. And these are the moves that if you learn these moves, you learn to ask questions like a doctor or lawyer. You learn to turn questions into questions. You learn stroking and nurturing. If you notice, I do a lot of that. This is what I mean, a stroke. A stroke is a sincere compliment, a thank you. We don't say thank you enough to people, and we need to do that. Let's go back to the video. It's almost over here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good. Well, good
Thank you
luck
so
with
much.
you, and good luck with your son on his game.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Bye
Yeah.
bye. That's what I sound like.
Yeah. I
I'm not
like that
fake.
too.
There's no script here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Scripts are caca, guys. Scripts are garbage. I know there's a lot of gurus. There's some guys out there, they have script books 3, 4 inches long. They're no good. They're a waste. You have to be spontaneous. You have to be creative. You have to think on your feet. How do you get there? You practice. I exclusively with my students, what we do is we role play. We do group calls where we role play every Monday. We do private calls every week where we role play and practice. This is how you get good at something. And I always go to them, give me your stalls, your objections, give me the worst prospect you ever had, the rudest prospect that you guys know, the snippy person, and give them to me, and I'll show you how to change it around 180 degrees. Okay, there is a system. Systems work better than winging it or memorizing script books and things like that. You have to you have to use the science. It's an art and a science. The science of persuasion, using the right words at the right time, but there's an art to it, a finesse. And I'm trying, and you don't have to take on my crazy personality. You can use your own, but there's a way of putting a hybrid together, the art and the science together with the right words said the right way at the right time, and even if you don't get the sale, at least you had an enjoyable experience so you can go on and make more calls. The problem is you guys don't make enough phone calls. You think you can automate everything in life. And I believe in AI. I believe in using virtual assistants and all these other things, but they're no substitute for the one-on-one call because that's where you go to the bank.
What moves did you hear me do? There was a lot of moves there. You can play this video back, and you're going to discover a lot of little guts moves, little tweaks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You did because you're talking about like scarcity. You got
Thank
a lot of
you.
people
Number
talking.
one answer. Number one answer. Scarcity. Exactly. I did a lot. Was I like, oh yeah. See, what's the psychology of, oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, you tomorrow I can, oh, we can do it tomorrow. No trouble. Call me anytime. I don't care. Good luck, nice conversation. I'm a nice guy. You're a nice person and everything. What's going through
Yeah.
what's human nature though?
It's
Oh,
important.
I mean, they don't want to. You don't want to make a decision. You want to just put it off.
Yeah.
And
They either change they either delay, they
yeah,
manipulate, they lie, or they obfuscate. One of those things.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Claudia,
yeah.
I am a bad guy. Yeah, yeah, listen, she's in the kitchen. I'm in a loft here, so she's
Okay, and I have you guys wouldn't want to hear. I have another video here, another role play, a really good one. Um, and let me talk to you guys for a second here. This is my San Diego background here, there. Great weather here in this town. I, I think role plays, participating in role plays is the way we learn to be million-dollar gut salespeople. And I just wanted to, for those of you just coming on, I wanted to share some and thanks again to Wade Garrett for letting me use. This was a private training session. I have mentees that I do one-on-one with every week. We just practice, we role play, and I got Wade's permission, by the way, to share this because I think it was a good example. He brought to me real situation with a prospect where where they were being very manipulative. They negotiated with him, and then they changed everything around. And I have a second video here that I want to show you. It's a good one too. And I want to show you this gut system that I developed. I had a mentor who was unbelievable. He was totally spontaneous and creative on the phone, very relaxed, very confident. People loved him, made a lot of money, and he taught me how to do the same thing. I'm grateful to my life and I owe it. And it's kind of funny, just to share a personal note. I believe in education. I've gone to all the seminars. I've read all the books on success in real estate. I've gone to business college. I've gone to law school. So I believe in education. I believe in learning from other people. However, it's kind of funny. None of them talk about sales. They always give you the motivation. Oh, they made money and this is how they do it and this is the system we use and this is the strategies and everything. But they don't talk you, how do you use the words? The words are the skill set that get you to the bank. My business makes money every day. Okay. And it's only because I'm not scared to interact with people. People, we're social animals if you think about it. We are so, and I'm so glad I'm doing this live. You can tell this is my third cup of coffee. It's very good. The thing about it is, people love to interact. We're social animals, but they will not initiate the conversation. So, what a lot of people are out there are selling in different businesses, not just real estate, they're selling how to automate things, how to get other people to do the work for you. But nobody, if you don't have, if you don't become superb in your communication skills, in your persuasion skills, in your ability to sell another human being, and we have all this technology and we have all this AI and all these other things that are great for sending texts, sending emails, sending recordings, and all kinds of things. And I use them too, by the way, to a certain extent. But my number one reason for the success of my business is I give good phone. I talk to people. Okay, I use the system of guts and I ask questions. Let's go to that other video. I think you guys will enjoy this. Take a second here. And here we go.
Anyway, when I make it, people love to buy, but hate to be sold.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So if she knows, well, I'm going to hold off, I'm going to do this, I'll come back, I'll call you in a week or two. There's no sense of urgency.
Yeah.
You put that social proof together with that scarcity and a little bit of authority, a little expertise,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And if you got her on the phone, and she's hemming and hawing, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, play that. I'm not sure. I never did this before, and I was a little nervous about the Las
Yeah.
Vegas. Give me that bullshit.
Yeah, Claude, yeah, it's weird because you say that you live in Virginia, but it's a Las Vegas address, and
Yeah.
then and
Hey, listen,
you want me
if
to
you're
send you the
uncomfortable with
money.
that, don't worry about it. Uh, it's okay to say no to me. Just say no right now because I got two other people and I think I can get a better price. No offense. So it's no problem if you don't want to do this. I just need to
Yeah.
know right now because one guy's called me three times and another one, I have an appointment at 5:30 with the other person because I haven't heard back from you or got the contract back yet.
Just a little background here. The prospect was bringing up, and this really happened to Wade. The prospect was bringing up, we call it stalls, objections. Sometimes they just make up problems as a way of evading commitment or going back on their commitment. And in this case, Wade, who lives in Virginia and has a legal firm representing him in another state, and the prospect was saying, "Oh, gee, why do you have an attorney in this state, but you're doing real estate in this state?" And to me, it was a straw man, a false argument. Okay. And so immediately, what I do is utilize the scarcity in this. Okay. Say, hey, if you want to get out of the deal, good. Other people want it. So we combine, once again, this is so important. This is probably one of the most important strategies I'll teach you today before I go. It's can we take the scarcity? We only have one deal. It's okay. Don't worry, you can say no. If we have all these other people interested in it, that's social proof. And then we use a little bit of authority. If you're going to say no, now's the time to do it. You're not allowed. One of my famous lines in my gut sales method, it's in my book, The Rules of Guts, which is on my webpage, claudediamond.com, is that Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, you're not allowed to think about it, which has a shock value, a shock and awe kind of thing. And they usually go, what do you mean I'm not allowed to think about it? Well, you came to me with a problem. You said you wanted the property and we negotiated the deal. You wanted a better price. I gave you all those things. And now you're not sure because of other problems. So if you'd like to say no, can we just do it right now? Is it over? And let's go back to this role play.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
is it
Yeah,
over?
no, it's
Is it over? It's okay if it's over.
I mean, yeah, it's just unfamiliar,
Don't worry
like
about it. Let's say if you can't say it, I will. It's over. It's done. Now that it's over, take a pause. Now that it's over,
That's the acting
you
part.
told me that you wanted to build a country house, you wanted the grandkids to visit, you raised dogs,
These are the
chihuahuas,
needs
and you
and
wanted them to
greeds.
have a big backyard and a running. This is what this have you seen this property? Do you know that neighborhood?
yeah, yeah, no, it's
I'm going to be going into what we call an imagery, conversational hypnosis. Now I'm reviewing the needs and greeds, the emotional selling, and I'm going to put a picture in his head.
great. It's a
This
great
is
property.
this is a lousy. What did we negotiate? Did you want to, you were going to pay what? Not you 22, 21, 18, 18.5 or something. You did. No, 19. That's right.
19. Yeah,
19,000
Do that
for a
on purpose.
premium 3/4 acre lot in a great neighborhood. What?
yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Please don't get mad at me. Why aren't you doing this?
Uh,
You know you're going to be kicking yourself in a couple years when this thing goes up to 50, 60, $100,000.
yeah, you're
And
right.
it's
You're right.
beautiful. Have you seen the woods that surround the property? There's a little stream back there. The kids can go fishing, and the wildlife love it. You see deer all the time back there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, it is a really nice lot. Yeah, I just was a little uncomfortable sending you the money, I think. And
you know, if trust is a big thing, and I respect that. And if I was in your position, maybe I'd feel the same way.
That was a real important moment. So I hope you don't mind me jumping in here, but these are moments. There's no waste in the gut sales method. I do these little moments, okay, because this is exactly how you keep in control of the sale at this. Let's just go back there for a second.
You know,
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, it is a really nice lot. Yeah, I just was a little uncomfortable sending you the money, I think. And
you know, if trust is a big thing, and I respect that. And if I was in your position, maybe I'd feel the same way.
This is what we call a bonding moment. See, most salespeople in a situation like this where they're getting objections. Okay, the prospect is lifting up the drawbridge. Okay, they're getting nervous. Most salespeople will get defensive all of a sudden. Oh well, I've been in business for 25 years and things like that. And what we do in the gut sales method, recognizing this is really about a credibility issue at this point. So what I'm doing is I'm agreeing with them. Hey, we just met. If I was in your shoes, I would feel the exact same way. So rather than be argumentative and get further apart, I'm actually, when the prospect brings up something reasonable, a gut salesperson agrees with that person. And guess what? We get closer and closer because they're seeing, hey, I brought up a good point and I'm acknowledging that good point. I'm not trying to evade it or be defensive in it. This is persuasion to the 10th power.
But I'm an open book. I mean, here we are on Zoom. You can see me. If you want to do a credit check on me, I can give you my Dun and Bradstreet. You can
yeah,
check my BBB. I'll give you my company's FEIN.
yeah.
Whatever. I'm an open book. We have excellent credit. I've been doing this for years, and everything. If I had the, I mean, I'm an open book, so you don't have to
Mm.
take my word for anything. You can check me all out.
Yeah, yeah, no, I really appreciate that. I think could I send that earnest money to the title company instead?
Sure. Today?
Um, you need it today?
Yes. And I need more than 1,000. I need at least 10%.
Oh, wow. Okay. Um, yeah, so you
And,
so you
and I prefer 2,500, but you're the one who said all cash the other day, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's all in the bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all
Uh,
subject to the title search, and it's with an attorney, a registered attorney licensed in the great state of uh,
Virginia.
Nevada.
Yeah.
So your money's there and it's protected. And I mean, but if you want to say no, now's the time. Because I'm sorry to rush you here, but I've got other people who want this property, and I think I'll be honest, I think I can get more money than 19,000 for it now.
So I'm really using a lot of scarcity. By the way, one of the things, and I have videos on this too, is when there's a credibility issue. I teach people how to close in the first phone call, how to get a commitment, how to get a contract, get another appointment, or get out. It's over. You're fired. Imagine the salesperson firing the prospect. How does that leave your ego state, your id, your super ego, your just the way you feel about yourself? How much of this business, of any business, is about the confidence you exude? Not to be a braggart or overpower, intimidate, or bully people, but I think confidence, enthusiasm is a big, big selling point. Now, I get people a lot of times who say, well, how do I know I can trust you? And can I have references or testimonials? I don't argue this with people. I say, good for you for asking. And here's the funny thing, when you're totally forthright with people, and these are easy things to provide, by the way, and when you're totally forthright with people and you say, good for you for asking, I can provide those things, and then you get a commitment in return. In many cases, they don't even want them anymore because you are not obfuscating, changing the subject. You are not evading it. You are not acting defensive. There are so many important persuasion techniques to utilize in a conversation one-on-one with another person. In a competitive world, once again, you've got a lot of competitors. They're spending thousands of dollars on marketing and employees and fancy offices and everything. How can one person who gives good phone and knows the right words to use in the right way build a successful business? It's called the gut sales method. By the way, you can go to my webpage, claudediamond.com or thegutSales.com, and you can find out a lot more information about me. Let's go and finish up in this video, and we'll call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't do these very often, but if you guys like it, I hate when they always say, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and all that jazz. You know all that junk and everything. But if I see that I get a good response, I'll do more of these. Let's finish up.
I've had so many phone calls. So
Yeah.
you got a great, on top of everything else, a home for you and the grandkids and a good investment. But on top of that, you got a great price. You sure you want to lose this?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Let's do it. I can send you the money to the title company today.
I'm sorry, what? My hearing aid fell out again.
I
What?
can I can send the money to the
Okay,
title company.
there you
Yeah.
go. Boom. Off the role play. These are good role plays.
Yeah, this is really good.
This
Yeah.
is exactly, see, when you go in the opposite expected direction,
Hmm.
they don't know how to respond. They're used to all the nice people out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
take your time. I understand life is busy. Oh yeah, you had to take the kids to, to the ice cream to Dairy Queen and stuff. I understand and everything. You want to do it tomorrow? That's fine. No
Yeah.
respect.
Hmm.
No respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Man.
well, Claudia and I think we were speaking to you when we were at the ophthalmologist and she was
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a year for that appointment with this guy. You think
Uh-huh.
I'm going to miss that appointment?
No way.
Think I'm going to go, well, I'm a little busy today. Got to wash the car, doctor. Why don't we, instead of 9 a.m., like, can we make it Friday at 2:30? No, I'm full.
Yep.
I got
Yeah.
18 patients a day that I got to see.
Uh-huh.
And I'm booked 6 to 9 months in advance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think we demonstrated there were these two role plays, and the gut sales method, it's a simple method. It's a question-based method that I developed because I just wanted to, I wanted to go to the bank more often. I wanted to stop wasting time driving to properties or doing free consulting on the phone. It was a means of learning how to control the sale and having a lot more fun on the way to the bank. It was a it's learning how to ask questions. And you always ask yourself, your doctor or your lawyer or any other professional you go to, your financial advisor, a good person always asks questions. They don't do mind reading. And in the gut sales method, we, most salespeople, they want to get in front of as many people as possible and give their boring slideshow presentation. Oh, look at these 500 slides I have from PowerPoint or Keynote. In the guts mouth method, we want to set up some rules in the beginning. We call that an agenda. And we even tell the prospect up front, would you please fire me if I'm going to make you an offer today? I always say that, by the way, in the agenda step. I always tell people, I'd like to make you an offer today. I'm interested in doing business with you, buying, selling, invest, whatever. And then I'll say, and it's okay, and I'm going to make you an offer, and God bless you if you say it's over. That's okay. Okay. Have you ever met? I'm still waiting, and I've been teaching this a long time. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me that I don't have to buy, that I can fire them. Um, and I'm still waiting for that, and I haven't met that person. I think, and we do that to remove the stress and the pressure from the prospect. We want to get them. What does every motivational speaker say? Oh, you got to get to know, like, and trust the prospect. Well, how do you do that? You say no pressure. But here are the rules. I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to ask me questions. I'm going to make you an offer, and we're either going to move forward or it's over. No, none of that. I'll call you later. I'll talk to my five chihuahuas or any of that jazz. Okay. Um, and then we go to the qualification step because you can't do business with somebody if they don't own the property, if they don't have the money, if they're not the person in authority, if it's the wrong time, or they don't have the character to keep that commitment. And then we go to the closing steps, commitment to close, where we summarize their emotional needs and greeds. And the way I teach this system is we role play a lot. And I want people to come to me. Okay, you guys know that there's three things you need to succeed. You need a product or service, a strategy, something to believe in. You need prospects to speak to. By the way, and we're not going to do this today, I believe in attraction marketing rather than calling people from a list. I'd rather have two or three or five good phone calls a day than waste a lot of time and money. And you guys spend so much money. Oh my God, I hear this every day. You're spending thousands, tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing, but you could have the best product or service or real estate strategy. You could have the best leads all over the place, but are you closing these people? And guts is about you going to the bank. And when my students, I guarantee their success if they follow my system. I absolutely, and I even put it in writing. If you learn how to sell gut style and you're consistent, you will find the success you deserve. What do I say at the end of every one of my videos? I got a lot of videos. I think I have over 2,000 videos on YouTube because my mission in life is to share with you guys that it's about communication. It's all I like, just last thing here. My wife and I go shopping. We'll go to Costco, we'll go Walmart or whatever. We'll go Trader Joe's. We love going out. I will interact with the cashiers. I will interact with the customers in the store. I'll see them looking at Trader Joe's. They're looking at sliced banana chips or something. And I'll say, "Are those good? Do you like those? Are they tasty?" And they will just open up the walls of Jericho, come down. I remember once I was in the liquor section in Trader, I guess I like Trader Joe's a lot. I was in Trader Joe's and there was a bottle of Manhattan mix or old fashions or something. And the lady was looking at, I was looking at it. Your Uncle Claude likes an adult libation once in a while. And I said, "Are they good?" And she says, "I don't know, but my husband loves them." And she was just going on and on. And all I had to do is, "What's your opinion? Do you like this?" If we learn how to interact with people and we make them offers and we work out the kinks, the financing problems, the contracts, and everything else, and that's the way, that is the consistent behavior. That is the art and science of persuasion. And I'm going to end this, okay? I've gone much longer than I thought I was going to. But nobody deserves success more than you good people. You just need a few simple rules. It's really you're worried about all the other stuff except the one thing that can get you to the bank today. Because nobody deserves success more than you good people. My name is Claude Diamond. The phone number is down here somewhere, 619-206-5960, or go to my webpage, claudediamond.com, and learn how to be a gut salesperson.